Hey everybody, and welcome to the How to Scale Up Your Amazon Ads webinar and recap party. If you can hear me and you can see this here PowerPoint up here, this How to Scale PowerPoint, just let me know. Give it a big YES to let me know that you can see it and that you can hear me. I see Carolyn is first and said yes, and Linda as well as Deborah and Tina and more. So we've got a lot of great stuff to cover in today's brand new webinar. I am really excited to share. In the wings here, we have John, Quinn, Scarlett, and Tracy, who will be answering your questions throughout the webinar. Now, we will have a Q&A session at the end, and if you stick around, we will answer as many of your questions as humanly possible. Just seeing if anyone cannot hear, cannot see, then definitely let the team know and we will get you totally set up. And I am just very delighted to have you. This has been a fun week. I see Elizabeth, Susan, Johnny, Robert, Charlene, Tara, Randy, Tyra. And yes, this is exactly where you ask the questions. So without further ado, let's get into today's webinar and recap party. So it all really starts at the beginning, right? It starts with, let's go from we're not making this work to turning a profit. When you have royalties that are higher than your ad spend for a book or a series, you have turned a profit. You now have a profit on that book or that series. And if you didn't have a profit just on book one, but had a profit on the other books in the series, you are still in great shape. And once you've gotten that little bit of profit, once you've started with that profit, you have the capability, you have the capacity to make that profit bigger, to make it grow. You have the ability to do that. When you start with one, the first dollar may be the hardest one you have to earn. But once you get it, you can multiply it. Now, you don't need to make $5 for every $1 that you put out in order to be successful. I made $1.30 for each $1 I spent last year, and I made $100,000. Now, not all of that is on Amazon ads. That's all of my business expenses, but I wanted to put it into context because there's these stories out there that show people making so much money, and you don't necessarily have to make a high return. You just have to keep an eye on your profit. As long as you are seeing a positive ROI, a positive return on investment, you can start thinking about scaling up your ad spend. And when you scale up your ad spend, you have a great chance at earning a higher profit as well. So what does it mean to actually scale? Here, I'm going to define it. I think different people have different terms for it, but in my definition, scaling is about maintaining the ROI you have. If you make $1.50 for every dollar you spend, keeping that consistent while increasing your ad spend. Sure, we would all love to live in a world where we are making even higher return as we spend more, but let's not get greedy. Let's just do the work we have to do and try to increase that ad spend. If you spend $1 to earn $1.50, scaling that up in my definition would be trying to spend $10 so that you can earn $15 in return. So it's about leveling up that power of 10 if you can. It's not about necessarily spending 10 so you can earn 1,000. That's not quite how it works. Scaling does not usually lead to a higher return. You aren't suddenly just magically going to make $10 for each dollar that you put out. That isn't likely to happen. But if you carefully plan out your budget and your cash flow, then you can slowly but surely increase ad spend in an effort to increase royalties by the same percentage. So you want to keep that return percentage consistent while spending more money. How should I scale based on my profit? So if you have more than $1 monthly profit for a series, so if you're profiting but you're not profiting a whole lot, the thing to do is to create more ads, wake up the slow ads, and keep your bids low. That's what you do at the bare minimum if you are making more than $1 a month for a particular series. If you're making more than $100 per month per series, you're going to create more ads, you're going to wake up the slow ads, and you're going to keep bids low, just like you do for that $1 or more monthly profit. But you're also going to add creating second generation ads at low bids. So what are second generation ads? Don't worry, I'm going to go into all the definitions today. If you make more than $250 monthly profit per series, you're going to do all the same things. More ads, wake up the slow ads, keep bids low, create second generation ads at low bids, but you're also going to optimize read through. If you don't know what read through is, don't worry, we're going to talk about it. And then if you make more than $500 monthly profit per series, then you can do all of the above. Plus, you're going to experiment with third generation ads. Third generation ads using 70% of maximum bid. I have not defined some of these terms. I'm seeing people say, what does that mean? What do you mean? I'm about to answer that. So don't worry. Do not worry. I'm going to share. I'm not going to leave you in the dark. But notice, I still say to keep your bids low until you get to $500 monthly profit per series. That's different than a lot of people who teach this subject, but I am really focused on the profit here. Now, what if you're not turning a profit? And I've already seen a few comments, some of you who've said you're not turning a profit. If you aren't, then you are either bidding too high, possibly above 35 cents, like we talk about in the challenge, or your conversion rate, how many clicks it takes to get to a sale, is too high. I talked about in video number 5 of the challenge that it's usually about a 10-to-1 conversion rate to turn a profit on a regular size novel, 6-to-1 on a shorter book, 3-to-1, 3 clicks to get 1 sale or full KU read on a children's book that's in KU, 3-to-1 on that. If your conversion rate is too high, you aren't going to get a profit. So if you are taking the challenge, video number 5 goes into how to optimize your subtitle, blurb hook, and customer reviews to improve your conversion rate. So it's not just the book description, it's also the subtitle, it's also the customer reviews. These will help improve that conversion rate. Now, I bring that up because sometimes even just a few tweaks, even just a few little changes here and there can turn an unprofitable book into one that can actually be scaled up. If you're not earning a profit right now, you're not really in a good position to scale up your books because you'll just scale up losing money. But if you do make a few tweaks on your books, sometimes the unprofitable can become profitable. So there's 2 types of scaling. Starter scaling, which is under that $250 mark per month. So if we are the initial steps that I was talking about, waking up the ads that aren't working so well and making sure that things are optimized with a low bid, which is going to be better for profit, making sure all of that is consistent. And then you are going to have a much better time doing those steps and not anything else. But if you're making over $250 a month, it includes those starter tactics, read through optimization, refining with the maximum bid, in addition to those, to get more people to go from book 1 to book 2 to book 3, and actually increasing your bid once you've gotten past the $500 profit mark. Most people should not be increasing their bid, but that is just something to keep in mind when you've gotten to that point. If your profit is under $250 a month for your series and you use these advanced tactics to try to scale up, it's very likely you are going to lose money. So I recommend that you don't jump the gun. Stick to the basics of scaling. How do you wake up? A lot of people are already asking this. How do you wake up a slow ad? As a reminder, if you were watching the challenge, 70 to 80% of ads at low bids are not going to serve right away. But we have some tricks to get Amazon's attention. First, you can try raising your budget by $1 and then waiting a week to see what happens. This is a tried and true tactic. Now remember, if you were worried about $5 per ad and worried about it spending too much, but then the ad didn't spend it all, jumping it up by $1 probably isn't going to make a huge difference. If the ad still hasn't served after that week, then try shortening the campaign duration. So if it's 2 weeks until the end date, try making it 10 days. You make that change, just that little tweak, which can sometimes wake up this ad, and then you wait another week. Now, a lot of people will say, I tried those things. And I ask when? And they say, today. I tried them 6 hours ago. Remember, an integral part of the step is to wait a week. It is to wait a week. So do not be an impatient indie. So who out there has been an impatient indie in the past? I'm raising my own hand. If you've ever been an impatient indie and you haven't always listened to that kind of guidance, let me know. Let me know, because I certainly have been. If the 2 weeks have gone by and the targets recreate the ad from scratch with a higher budget, then you're going to recreate the ad from scratch with a higher budget and a shorter duration. So if you are not finding luck after those 2 weeks, start the ad again from scratch. I'm not a big fan of using the copy button because the copy button doesn't copy over your bids. So we don't want that to happen. Bill says he's been an impatient indie. It looks like everybody else says no. Oh, there's Maggie. Maggie says she has been. And here comes some more of the folks who have been impatient indies coming in. Yep, I understand. But we are going to get past this. We are going to learn how to be much more patient with our time. What are generation ads? The other term that I brought up. Ads that you create using targets you're trying out for the first time. A lot of the ads that I suggested during the challenge, these are first generation ads. You don't necessarily know that they are going to work. So you are really just trying them out. They're at the beginning of your process. Once you have all of these ads, out, you're going to start getting keywords or targets that have gotten clicks or that have gotten tracked sales. And these are the beginning of a second generation ad. So you're going to take those targets and you're going to create a whole new list of 100 to 150 targets based off that one single target. So based off that one single target, you will come up with a whole new list of targets. Now, third generation ads, these are you taking the most successful targets from the second generation ads in a separate, small, and highly relevant campaign. So just a reminder to John, Quinn, Scarlett, and Tracy, feel free to use the send to all button. It's right here, don't worry, so that folks who are here in the challenge webinar can see that their posts are being seen from time to time. So you take the third generation ads, those take the exact terms from your second generation ads and put them in a small, highly relevant campaign. Now, to keep fueling this process, you need to keep doing the research. You need to keep looking for new first generation targets. What is read through? Well, read through is the concept that some percentage of readers who read the first book in your series will go on to read the later books. You may not know the number offhand, but if you've sold books 2, 3, and so on in your series, then you know that, hey, some people actually make it over from the end of book 1. Some people are continuing this series. And the read-through percentage is the actual percentage of those readers who go on. So you can get the numbers, you can use your sales dashboard to get all the numbers and get the actual percentage. How many readers go on from book 1 to 2? How many readers go on from 1 to 3 and 1 to 4 and so on? Projected read-through royalties. This is super duper duper important. Projected read-through royalties are how much money you can expect to earn based on the sales of book 1 and the read-through percentage of the series as a whole. So when you sell a copy of book 1, how much money do you actually make based on what you're projected to earn the rest of the series? This is super important because it's going to factor into, do we need to make tweaks to optimize our read-through? Is our read-through poor? Is there something we could do to make it better? And how much can you scale? Read-through is an important component of that as well. And by improving that percentage, when you improve the percentage of people who make it from book 1 to 2, you're going to make more money for every copy of book 1 or a box set that you sell. Maximum bid I talked about. This is the most you can bid for clicks on Amazon to maintain a profit. This bid is going to take into account your conversion rate, video 5, and your projected read-through royalties to determine your ceiling, to determine how much you're allowed to bid in order to stay profitable. For most authors, earning less than $250 per month for a series in profit, the maximum bid will be below 40 to 50 cents. This is why, here, let's have another poll, informal poll here. Raise your hand or say, hi, that's me, if you have ever increased your bid higher than 40, 50 cents, and you suddenly went from making money to not making money. I know that has happened to me before I knew better, because if you have a maximum bid that is going to be too low for you to make a profit at those higher bids, then you absolutely are going to lose money. You are absolutely going to lose money. So you need to gather some very nice, Kate said, hi, that's me. Bill, hi, that's me. Eliza, not on purpose. Libby, me, I have. By mistake, yes, definitely. A lot of folks have been there. But when you gather enough clean data, that's data where you're not running too many other ad types, too many other promos, you can make sure that your ads will eventually earn a profit when all of the read through comes in. Because if you have the data to back it up, it's going to be the proof you need. So what happens if I get this stuff right? Well, you can start with $1 in profit, keep creating ads, waking up old ones, get to the new tier, maybe from 1 to 50 to 100. And as you slowly but surely take the starter scaling steps, you can get to more advanced scaling when you're at $500 or more profit over a few months' time. Eventually, you may look toward these riskier, and I will say all of the advanced scaling tactics come with a risk factor. You also have a chance of potentially earning more profit, So, after a few bumps along the road, you're going to realize the possibility of hitting your author income goals. This is how you get from one step to the next step to the next step to eventually get to your author income goals. It takes time, it takes risk, but eventually you get there. So here's what you're going to learn. That was all the introduction, folks. So I hope you like the fact that I'm not I'm not leaving anything to chance here. We are diving straight into the good stuff. Here's what you're going to learn: how to consistently create new ads, wake up sluggish campaigns, how to generate second and third generation ads from your existing campaigns, how to factor read through into your ads on series entry points, and how the maximum bid can take your very profitable books even higher. Here's what you're going to need. I need your full undivided attention. If you have a bunch of other windows open, that isn't going to work for me. So you just put all that stuff to the side and stick with me. You're going to need enough time to watch this webinar. So you are going to need about 60 minutes to watch the teaching, and there will be 30 to 60 minutes of Q&A at the end. A whole bunch of excitement, enthusiasm, and positivity. I want you to be happy to be here. We have folks answering the questions. And if you do not necessarily get your questions answered during the call, we still have the group available through July 27th. You will not leave this challenge without getting answers. Now, I hope you'll stick around. I'll be sharing a link to the slides at the end. We'll also be answering many, many questions during the Q&A. And I will have a bonus-filled opportunity to deepen your book marketing education with my premium course, Amazon Ad School. Before that, let's recap what we've learned during the last week. How we got here: multiple low bid category, keyword, and auto ads. Creating that was easier than you thought. From there, you found out that certain stats like ACoS and tracked sales can mostly be ignored at the start. You also learned that checking your ad spend against your royalties on the KDP beta dashboard is going to give you a much clearer picture of your profit. Next, you found out that the unprofitable books you've written may require tweaks to the sales page to improve your conversion rate. You also saw that copywriting plays a large role in your ads getting clicks and getting conversions from your bolstered blurb. And lastly, we discussed the importance of overcoming our fear and frustration so we can instead focus on patience, on proof, and on profit. So let's get into the scaling, the starter scaling. How do you create 5 to 10 more ads per week? Well, to create those 5 to 10 new keyword ads, once you've already set up your category and auto ads, you don't necessarily need more than a few. You'll need to continually do more research. That means you need to find additional keywords somewhere. This will often take the form of gathering targets through the manual method, the instant data scraper method. If you have Publisher Rocket, the Publisher Rocket method. You're going to use this to find more targets. And since you'll need at least 100 keywords per ad, you're going to get 500 to 1,000 targets each week. As you saw on things like Listopia, you can get that in a matter of minutes if you're able to use something like Instant Data Scraper. So you don't have to necessarily go crazy with this. You just want to find 500 to 1,000 new targets each week. Very important component that not everybody thinks about. Then you want to set aside enough time for research and ad creation, because you want to make sure that you don't put this off or forget about it. You want to make sure that you are putting in the necessary time to make this stuff work. And then you can use whichever copy you want, but if you've had some success with a certain kind of copy, you don't need to keep rewriting it over and over again. Determine, okay, for now, this is the winner, and then use that copy over and over again. So you do more research, you set up the ads each week, and you just keep rinsing and repeating. Step 2, waking up the slow ads. So once a week, you can go with the plan, the wake up plan, sort your ads by ad spend from highest to lowest. The way you do this, you go into your ad dashboard, you double click on ad spend, and then that will sort your ads from the ones that are spending the most to the ones that are spending the least. You don't need to wake up the ones that are spending the most, so you start your attention on the ones that are asleep. And I am going to show you an easy way to do that. You're going to select all of the campaigns that aren't serving as well as you'd like and adjust the budget up $1. That's it. It can take literally 1 minute per week to test this. 1 minute per week. You go in there, you try to wake these up, and then you go out and you try something else a week later. If a week has gone by, you can then use the same process to shorten the campaign duration by 1 day, just to see what happens. Now, for the ads that don't serve after 2 weeks, you can take the 3 to 5 most promising ones, the ones that you were like, oh, I really thought that one would work. I really thought that one would work, but it didn't. So you can pause the ad, then you copy out the keywords, copy out the targets, and you create the ad all over again. So you can count those as your new ads for the week. Those recreated ads can absolutely count as your new ads for the week if you've got too much on your plate to do both. And then step 3, this isn't really an action so much as it is a not action. Avoid being an impatient indie. You are going to want to keep those bids in that 30 to 35 cent range. There is no need to increase your bids beyond that point if you are making under $500 a month from a series. I have seen it too many times where someone jumps into this too quickly. They ignore my note at $500 profit. They say, oh, 300, close enough. They do it, raise their bids, and start losing money. I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want you to lose money on your ads. And then I don't want you to blame the ad platform for this issue. I don't want you to assume that this is the Amazon's fault when it might be your fault. So create more ads, wake up sleepy ones, and that can absolutely make all of the difference at this stage of your career. Starter scaling step 4, create those second generation ads. So if you're making over $250 a month from your series, you've kind of unlocked the joy of second generation ads. You want to go to your search term report or your individual campaign search terms to see which targets have gotten clicks, tracked sales, or both. I'm going to show you where to find those, your search term report and your search terms, to see which targets have gotten clicks, tracked sales, or both. You're going to put those targets into a working file on your computer. You're going to find 5 to 10 really strong ones. Then you're going to take those terms individually. You're going to take those terms individually through one or more gathering method, one of the ones we talked about, manual or the instant data scraper or the publisher rocket. So create a new list based off each target. And that means if you get 5 to 10 targets there, that should lead to 5 to 10 lists of 50 to 100 targets each. Now, these generation ads, effective author advertisers, there isn't like a step 1, the research phase. Oh, I've moved off of the research phase forever. Research never stops. We're always picking up new ideas to try through our first generation ads. And we're using data to analyze and expand upon our targets in second generation ads. So we are always looking for what could work. Now, it's only when we have a collection of the best and we're making a significant profit that we even consider third generation ads. Now, I recommend you use broad targeting for first generation ads, phrase targeting for second generation ads, and exact targeting for third generation. Everyone who was asking me, why don't we use phrase and exact? It's because we have a place for that in our scaling. I also suggest, until you hit that threshold of earnings, use low bids throughout the process. Low bids, no need to raise those quite yet. Now, for the second generation of auto and category ads, we don't usually need more than one auto or more than 5 to 10 categories. So we turn existing auto ads and existing category ads into second generation by using negative targeting. So negative targeting actually blocks certain search terms from showing up on your ad. So you can exclude certain terms that you know are not accurate or certain ASINs that aren't relevant. You can kick those out. So editing an existing ad can affect the performance of an ad. So you do have to consider, if your category ad is your best ad, maybe you don't want to mess with it too much. But if you're really pushing to boost that $250 to $500 a month, then it may be worth that risk for you. Possible pitfalls. Every author I've seen who has tried to rush this has failed. It's much better to take things slow. I've also seen big time overachievers try to get an apple from the teacher to get 100 ads put together in a single week. But in order to do that, they often kind of veer off target and aren't picking as relevant ads. Pick only relevant targets. Try to stay as relevant as you can. Too many duplicated keywords. Amazon has really pushed back on allowing some authors to duplicate a keyword over too many ads. So just be present when you're doing this research. If you see a keyword you know you've used before, just delete it before you add it into your keyword list. When you get this right, you signal to Amazon, hey, I'm actively advertising, and that can help you get more profitable clicks over time. You also get some of your sleeping ads to wake up, which will get you even more attention on your book. You get more impressions, you get more clicks, you see your royalties rise on the KDP Beta dashboard, and slowly but surely, you graduate from tier to tier until you hit that beautiful $250 per month in profit. So we can take our campaigns to such great heights. Come down now to my screen. Had to do a little musical interlude in here. Let's hop over to the Amazon advertising dashboard. So when we are looking for new targets for our first generation ads, we are using all of our methods. We are going over to Amazon. We are looking at our own also bots. We might have to scroll all the way to the bottom to add them, but we are hunting through these. We are diving deeper into other terms that could work. Here's my also bought list. Well, I might go through this. Age of Heroes, I haven't done those also bots yet. Sidekicks, I haven't done those also bots yet. I haven't gone to that page and manually typed in what are the other terms in this one. It's like, oh, well, I could copy all of these also bots into an ad. You keep looking for more first generation targets every single week. Then you're going to look about waking up your sleepy ads. Well, let's say I'm typing in SPK for sponsored product keyword. And if I am going to look for which ones did not serve, I might double click on spend. And then we see the spendiest ones, but then we see some not spending as much towards the end. So we might say, I'm going to highlight these that didn't spend so well. Let's say it was these 4, and I am going to adjust, we'll do the adjust the budget first. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. You select these 4, adjust end date, and say, oh, well, those were going to end July 31st. Let's end those July 30th instead. Save. Then you hit OK. Then you wait a week. You do whatever the heck you want during that during that 7-day period. If they did not serve, you select all of them. I did this out of order again, I realized. You're going to say, oh, well, the budget was $5. Let's up this to $6. That's actually what we should have done first. My apologies. But you can select these campaigns, or you can select, let's say none of your ads have turned on. You can select all of them, and you can adjust the end date. So you have to try your hardest to be patient while you wait for a week to see if those changes kick in. So if we are looking to find second generation ads, we are going to look within our ads. Let's see if I can make sure I've got something that is serving quite well here. We'll go in here, workbook grades 7 and 8. We've clicked on the hyperlink. We've clicked now on search terms, and we can see what terms got clicks. So I'm going to double click on clicks. And let's say we have 7th grade workbooks, all subjects. Well, I'm not going to put this into an ad. I'm actually going to copy this, bring it over to Amazon, search it in here, and then I'm going to see what has come up. Well, I'm seeing these books. I'm going to now use this to create a second generation ad. by putting all of these targets in here. And that may only get me up to 20 because there's only 20 results on the page. But then I can do the old hack where I'm going back to this campaign, going to go to targeting, going to add a keyword here, make sure my custom bid is changed to 35 and my default bid changed to 35. Then I'm going to enter a list and see, look, some of these other terms have come up. If I shrink my screen here, I can see all of them. And now I can add those, maybe that was too small, into my list here. And I can add those keywords as part of my second generation ad. That one didn't go in for some reason, so I'm just going to change one thing about it. But that is how you find keywords that you use to generate your second generation ad. And you can find all of the keywords for all of your campaigns in a search term report. If you go to the top, you go to reports, you create a report, and you create a search term report. You are going to see all of the keywords that have gotten clicks over the course of a 30 to 60 day period. So those are the ways you optimize in the starter scaling methods. Heading back over to the slides. Now, if you're going to do this the smart way, you want to avoid that kind of impatient author syndrome. You're going to avoid that impatient author syndrome by following the right steps in the right order. Now, once you've hit $250 a month in profit, you can start to live a little more on the wild side. But there is no need to get results quickly, and rushing is only going to lose you money. So be patient, stay smart about this. Use your data and not your feelings to proceed with the profit. How do you scale once you've hit those marks? Well, you are going to keep the starter scaling going. Those steps don't stop. Yes, you'd hoped you'd make enough money where you could give that stuff up. You would be wrong. Unless you write in a really obscure subgenre, sorry for the autocorrect there. if you are a animal in an obscure subgenre, you likely have months worth of new targets that you can collect. When it feels like you're scraping the bottom, you still want to try the other things like waking up your old ads, but for a while you will be able to find new targets. If you run out of new ads to create for one book or a series, then remember, if you have more than one book or one series, you can always move on to one of the other ones. So where do you find the time for this, Brian? Well, as my therapist, Jeffrey, keeps telling me, there are only so many tasks you can fit into a single day. I have found, and I resisted this, I really did, developing repeatable step-by-step systems where I know that I can create an ad faster, or I can check my sleepy ads faster if I have a repeatable system. Having these systems in place has been the key to me, and I bet it could be the key for you as well. As long as I stay focused on my task, follow my existing procedure, I know I can get the work done. And this is one of the reasons why I say it's a slow and steady process. You do not need to do it all in one day. You do not need to do it all right away. So please do keep that in mind. Step 2, optimizing read through. So to increase your chances that someone makes it from book 1 to book 2, you need to keep things simple. Don't make it hard for people. to buy the next book in your series. You'll want to go into the back matter of, yes, all of your ebook files to make sure readers click on a link to get your next book. You need to do this because I have found more often than not, you still say, pre-order, book coming July 2019. I have seen this too many times where you have not had the updated back matter. And if you have too many links, go into your Facebook page or anywhere other than book 2. Your mailing list might be one other exception there, but if you have too many links to everywhere and everywhere, it can be a waste of space. Some authors have seen improvements in read-through of 10% or more just from ditching those extra choices, just from making sure that the back matter is as simple and efficient as possible. And if your series is 10 books long or more, then you are going to want to do this in every single book, in your series. I'm sorry, you want to make sure book 6 has a link to book 7 and it's updated. This is part of the business steps that you have to take. Now, read through, I know that it's a pain to change your back matter, but it's more of a pain to spend money on ads and have readers stop reading after book 1 because you didn't make it clean enough for them to get there. There is no hotter lead than a reader who just finished reading your book. You want them to be have everything they need to be excited and get the next book. So if you're going to get the most out of advertising your profitable series, take the necessary actions to boost your read through. And step 3 of advanced scaling. Once and only once you've crossed that $500 monthly profit threshold with your series, you can start mining your second generation ads for the best targets. From there, you're getting that third generation ad together. You find the best of the targets that were in your second gen ads, put them into a third generation ad, and after you start the ad, you can slowly but surely increase that bid. So I recommend this strategy only if your maximum bid is above 50 cents. That you know that every time you bid below 50 cents, you are going to make profit. I would make sure your maximum bid is higher than that to give you a better chance of profitability. So you might wonder, how does an ad with 10 to 20 targets, how is that going to serve when in the past you've had ads with 500 targets that didn't get anything? Well, Amazon rewards relevancy. If you've done the work to determine the most relevant possible targets, the algorithm isn't going to care how many you have. I have had ads with 10 targets and with 70 targets succeed. So Amazon is chiefly concerned with making Amazon readers very happy. They want a lot of clicks in the ad. They want a good click-through rate. They want tracked sales in the ad. And you can do this if your series isn't profitable, but I would recommend that you wait until you have, if it isn't nearly as profitable, but it's still best to wait until you have several months worth of keyword data. Possible pitfalls. Yes, too many authors try to rush through this and it leads to a loss. It's easy to make a simple mistake in your book file. Have somebody else look over it after you make that change. How many of y'all have made a mistake in your back matter only to have a reader who bought your book tell you about it? I have definitely been there. This is a slow and steady process. So you kind of have to wait a few months to see when things like read through kick in. And if you make a snap judgment based on emotion, you are likely to cut the process too short. And then cash flow is a real consideration. Cash flow is definitely a consideration. But if you are trying to scale, you will have to keep this in mind. If you spend money in month 1 of your scaling process, you won't see that money because of Amazon's delay. You won't see that money until the end of month number 3. So in the end of month number 3, you will see that earnings that you had in month number 1. So keep this in mind for credit cards, checking account balances, etc., etc. So this is $500 a month in profit for the series, not lifetime, $500 a month. Now, how long does this take? The full gamut of starter and advanced scaling takes about 6 months to fully realize your potential profit. It's been very exciting to previous challengers, current Amazon Ad School students, to give this process the time it needs. Employing patience with scaling keeps you from overextending yourself while you learn and master the Amazon ad platform. Now, I can't make you listen to me when I say, please be patient. I can't make you listen, but I certainly hope that you will. When you get this right, by month 3 in the process, you should start to see royalties go up. By month 4 to 6, you may just see your highest month of profit ever. I know that Tracy, who is in the chat here, recently had her highest profit month in 3 years. And this came in month 2 or 3 of the scaling process, whereas Quinn just had a momentous day to earn some serious money here multiple months into their scaling process. So by combining the advanced scaling techniques with regular quarterly discounts, new releases, all the other stuff you're already doing for your books, you will fully realize the capability of your profitable series, and you'll find new readers every single day. The sky is really the limit. I just spoke with someone who scaled their book so high using some of these methods. They recently hit number 18 in the Kindle store during a launch, which is very, very exciting. It was their highest ever. So there ain't no campaign high enough to keep me from sharing my screen. So let's go into it. I'm here all night. Try the veal. So let's talk about read through. So if I go into my book, The Dark Souls, and really any book that you have, I can read now, and I can look at this on my Kindle Cloud Reader, in which I hear they're discontinuing. I'm very sad about that. But I can quickly read my own book and look to see what I have in the back. So here in the back, I start with a co-author's note, because I wrote this with a co-author, and then I have a link to the next book in the series. And then I have an excerpt from the next book. And at the end of that, I have a link to the next book in the series. This is what I'm talking about some of the steps you can take to optimize read through. Now, read through is a bit of a complicated formula. I go into it deeply in Amazon Ad School, but if anyone has questions on that, we can go into it in the Q&A. Now, your maximum bid is kind of tricky. Once you determine I can bid no more than 40 cents for my ads to be profitable, you aren't necessarily going to be able to scale as much as you want. So I have here my book, The Dark Souls, does not have much farther it can go. it can't go beyond 40 cents for the scaling purposes. So there's not much I can do other than kind of keep my bids low. But let's say that it was really, really fantastic. And let's say this was a second generation ad. I could go to my search terms here. I'm going to go as far back as it'll let me, approximately 65 days. And I'm going to say these clicks that I received, these 12 keywords are my third generation superstars. So I will put these into their own ad, just 11 keywords into an ad. And then I can take that and try to up my bid over time to within 70% of my maximum bid. Now, how do you determine your maximum bid? I'll just go into that real quick because I assume we have probably had a ton of questions about it. So your maximum bid equals the projected royalties from a book one sale divided by your conversion rate. So we're going to boost this to 24. So what does that mean? That means if I expect I'm going to make $5 every time I sell a copy of book one based on my read through, but my conversion rate is 10 clicks to get one sale, then I do the little division problem. $5 divided by 10 gets me to 50 cents maximum bid. That means if I bid 50 cents, I'm actually going to be break even. So I'm actually going to have to bid below 50 cents in order to succeed. So even when you are trying these higher bids out, you are going to start low and slowly but surely creep them up. But don't get me wrong. If you try this before $500 monthly profit on a series, then you will likely lose money. But all the starter scaling stuff is exactly what you might need to go up from $1 to $100, $100 to $250. So don't worry if you can't play with all the toys right away. You can still take advantage of scaling. Now, I hope that this webinar has shown you, and I hope that the challenge in general has showed you that Amazon ads can be scaled. When you do all of the steps in the right order, based on your current level of profit, you can spend more money on Amazon ads. And if you can keep that return consistent, you will earn higher royalties. You will earn higher profits. And using these techniques, I have seen authors use a platform that is notorious for not spending that money. That is notorious for not spending that money. Spend $50 a day, $100 a day, $1,000 a day on Amazon ads for a single book. I have seen people spend this kind of money on Amazon using these techniques. Don't worry about the $1,000 a day if you're not ready yet. You can just spend $5. It's totally fine. But you don't have to spend that money, that kind of money, to earn good profit. You can reliably bring in more royalties from less than $100 in ad spend per month. Now, we have had so many awesome winners in this challenge. I'm really amazed by all of the great success stories we've seen during the event, and I'm so proud of you for doing the work. I wanted to share a few key successes with you. I hope this will help you see what can happen if you stick with the ads. Or if you get to the point where you can improve your conversion rate to the point that you can run them more effectively. So Sasha made her first ad, said it was hella easy, got the first screenshot up there. Drew created his first 5 ads, pretty simple to do once you get started. And Beryl said, sometimes you just have to do it afraid. I tweaked, I retweaked, and I know that it doesn't have to be perfect just to do it. I'm not sure what everything means yet, but she got that ad up, which was fantastic. Lily got her first ad sale ever. Anisha got her first sale on a category ad. Latoya learned how ACOS and profit really work. And going forward, she's not going to have jumpy fingers, as she said. Sally said looking at profit by book really helped her. She had shut off ads too early, but now knows in the future that she is going to have the right steps in the right order. And Suspenseful Thriller Books saw an improvement in sales rank by 400,000 and got 5 sales. And then we have these huge wins. Kate had $127 in royalties on about 40 in ad spend for $87 in profit. Lindsay made $40 in profit and is up to 34 ads. Lachelle made a profit of $54 during the challenge. And Zoe made $216 in royalties during the challenge on $42 in ad spend for $173 in profit. So someone during, that's you, Kate, I see you there. One of the big winners in the first challenge we did way back in September, Sam made this Profit Man Brian Cohen image, and I just really love it. So I've been so happy to include this with everybody, for everybody who is succeeding with their big profit wins. Now, to put it all together, we've talked about this a couple of times. You're going to create more and more ads to keep gathering data. You're going to see which books profit with ads and which ones don't. The ones that profit, you keep running ads on. You keep working on scaling those. You edit and improve the sales pages of the ones that don't profit so that those become profitable. And then you rinse and repeat. You keep doing the same things. When you hit another level of profit, you scale it up a little bit more, and then you rinse and repeat for the rest of your career. Now, this advice is very up to date. Kaz Woolley posted earlier yesterday that she had spent $1,200 during the challenge to earn $3,700 in royalties and $2,500 in profit. This is this month, people. Now, Kaz has been involved in every challenge I've done and has done the work, but it shows that this works, and it works right now. I want you to please remember, I feel like I always have to mention this. I do know what I'm talking about. I have sold hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of books. This does work. And I can tell you, after being in the business for 10 years, I know that right now, this process is the best path, especially if you're in that 0 to 100 stage where you are trying to get profit and keep it. So what is this all about? It's about learning to do something you didn't previously understand that can boost your book sales. When you have more profit coming in, you can pay for life-related expenses, book-related expenses like a new cover. As those royalties accumulate, you can buy freedom, virtual help, get an assistant, get someone to help you out so you don't have to do the things you don't want to do, or you actually pay your way out of the day job. I know Quinn recently left their day job in order to just make money on books and work a little bit on ad school on the side. So this will let you focus more on writing, more on getting your characters and words out into the world. I know a lot of us have a message too that we want to share, that something is possible, or we want to share how these characters can overcome these obstacles. And when more people are buying the books, we can get that message out into the world. Look, I'm not sure why you did the challenge. A lot of you spent hours and hours with me and in the Facebook group over the last 8 days. Maybe it sounded like fun, or maybe you wanted to give ads just one last shot before you gave up. But I hope that you get the concepts of profit and proof and conversion. I really hope you understand those. And I hope you understand the need to ignore certain aspects of the ad dashboard to give your books the best chance of success. ACOS might not really be as helpful as you once thought, but profit will be. And if you become consistent with these marketing strategies, you are going to sell more books. This is absolutely something you can do. How many people created their first ads this week? It's amazing. So many have done it. Even if you didn't get a chance to do it this week, so many people just did it their first time. So you're not late. You can get in and you can level up your author career. You gave me a week to work with you, and it's been awesome. It's been 8 days since that first challenge video dropped. It seems like 9 years ago, possibly to me and my team, but it's only been 8 days. Since then, you've created more ads, and either you've earned a profit outright, or you've seen how this could be a primary or secondary marketing method for your books. And some of you made major discoveries about your categories, your keywords, and other things. Others pushed through the fear. You pushed through the lack of knowledge. You took this to another level, and you now have this exciting future in marketing your novels or your nonfiction books. This happened in just 8 days. Imagine, just for a second, what I could teach you if you gave me the year, if you gave me months, if you gave me more time to help you. There is more. I want to show you how to dive deeper. I want to help you research more keywords quicker and more efficiently. I want to help you scale up your ads and determine your maximum bid and increase your royalties and your profits. I want to share what I'm doing with my own ads every single week so that I can show you what's working right up to the moment. And I even want to help you with custom copy ads, potentially having my Best Page Forward team write those ads for you. So the challenge is closing. You've probably heard the videos will be coming down from public access on Monday, July 27th. This includes the Q&A videos. This includes the webinar. But I'm also shutting down posting. So you won't be able to post to the group. So if you've loved being in the group, you've loved being a part of the challenge group, you're only going to be able to read stuff. Starting on July 27th, we're going to move the whole team's resources back to Amazon Ad School. Now, some folks have said they learned more this week than in previous entire years, which is, of course, very flattering. So you have a choice. You can go say, all right, that was what Brian had to offer. Let's see what someone else has to offer. Or you can actually choose to continue working with me and learning from me and my team. So here's the essential question. How do I stick with Brian and Quinn and Tracy and all these wonderful people and continue to use the power of the community to help take my sales to the next level? Well, you always have two options. You can do it slow using trial and error. Some of the things that I've taught you this week, or you can do it quickly with lifetime access to the challenge, a ticket into my next 2 student-only challenges, and my premium program. But I want your permission before I let you know the details. If you are interested in hearing more, I would like you to type YES or some variation of that into the question box to let me know that you want to hear more about what I have to offer. So Kayleen said yes. I'm seeing Patricia, David in all caps, Eileen, Janet, Jack, Bob, Charles, RJ, Marie, and a lot of yeses coming in. Thank you, support folks, for seeing all of those yeses. It's important to me that we always strive to do better. It's important to me that I help facilitate this with you, with the author community in total, with myself. So I find this quote really helpful, which is to forget what we became, focus on what we are capable of becoming. So I want to introduce to you Amazon Ad School. You've probably heard it. It is the sponsor of the 5-day Amazon Ad Profit Challenge. What is it? It's a laser-targeted course about applying that simpler Amazon ad strategy for fiction and nonfiction. It is a collection of step-by-step modules. And yes, student-only challenges that are only open to students, that is focused on helping you run ads that produce a positive ROI. It is the easiest way to go from ads that aren't working or that aren't profiting as much as you'd hoped into campaigns that sell you more books and that get you more readers. And it's the only way to get lifetime access to this challenge and every other public ad challenge I put on going forward. You will get access to the one I did in April, the one I do in October, and every single one in the future when you join Ad School. Helps you upgrade from this ad copy and campaign jalopy to this conversion convertible. I've used that joke way too many times, but it does look nice and shiny, doesn't it? What is included in the class? Lifetime access to the challenge, the videos, the posts, the Facebook Lives. A ticket to my series success challenge, where I will help you to do things like increasing the number of ads you run per month and improving your read through. And the Amazon Ad Scaling Challenge, where we take the concepts from this very webinar and we have an entire week-long challenge devoted to scaling your ads. There's also a premium Facebook group to keep the community energy strong. We have additional modules, the legacy modules on the basics, the data, the backlist, the launching, scaling, and advanced ad tactics. Now, authors have really enjoyed this teaching. Francis said he'd done a lot of courses before, but this one showed him that success is possible. Karen said, this video training is excellent, more than quadrupled my monthly sales. And Amy said, I was able to create new ads that consistently sell books at a high rate. Can't wait to see how Christmas sales scale. If you're ready, you can't go wrong with this course. We've had a lot of successes over the year plus. Lots of folks getting ROI over 100%, folks who are earning sometimes over $100 in a day. And Quinn just had their big success with a $1,000 day today on the, while we're here in the webinar, Quinn hit that $1,000 mark. And when Quinn started the challenge, they were earning $1,000 in a month, and today had $1,000 in a day. Pretty amazing. In short, instead of struggling to get your ads to run, there's a little typo there, or earn a return on investment you will get the step-by-step instruction you need to succeed. No matter what your ad question, it'll be answered in the course or in the course only Facebook group. Now, one more thing, everybody who signs up over the next 6 days, I will be providing 30 days of direct email support. You email the ad question, me and my team will answer it in 48 to 72 hours. You can also post all your questions in the Ad School Facebook group. So how much is Amazon Ad School and how do I get started? Well, trial and error with Amazon ads could cost you $400 just to figure out, oh, $1 is too high, just to figure out what you're doing. Taking a course on all types of advertising just to learn Amazon ads could cost you over $700. And getting an industry expert to run your ads for you could cost you $1,000 per month and $10,000 per year, and those are just the setup fees. But you can invest in your success today by ordering Amazon Ad School for just $297 or 3 payments of $125, or you can bundle the course and a custom book description from Best Page Forward for just $397 or 3 payments of $150. Go to sellingforauthors.com/July 20 in order to claim the offer here. And I'm just going to copy this over from one place to the other and check it to make sure that it works. You can go over here to join Amazon Ad School right away, right here on this very call, and it looks like it is working just fine. But if you would like to get more personal attention from me, I do have group coaching available as well as one-on-one. My Amazon Ad School Mastermind includes the course, a book description, and 4 small group coaching sessions with me and 2 one-on-one sessions with me. So the next session starts in early August, and you can join today for $1,097 or 3 payments of $400. So just go to sellingforauthors.com/July 20 to order today. Here are your options. Amazon Ad School on its own, you get the course, you get the premium challenges, you get this challenge. It's either $297 or 3 payments of $125, which would be $375 in total. Amazon Ad School plus a Best Page Forward book description. You get a $300 book description in addition to the Amazon Ad School course. And then the mastermind includes the course, includes the description, and gets you a 6-week coaching with me. If you buy now, you will get these special bonuses. When you buy the course, you get the base course, the value-packed modules, the student-only group. It's a value of $397 for $297 or 3 payments of $125. You also get lifetime access to this very challenge, a $200 value. When you add it all together, that's $594 for just $297 or 3 payments of $125. You are also getting the Series Success Challenge, the Amazon Ad Scaling Challenge for the value of $397, adds the value to $991 for $297 or 3 payments of $125. When you add the direct email support from Brian and team, the value of $200. We're now up around $1,200 in value for $297 or 3 payments of $125. When you buy the bundle, you're getting all of that value plus a custom book description, plus unlimited revisions of that book description, plus the Amazon ad copy. We write the ads for you so you don't have to. That's a value of $1,800 plus for $397 or 3 payments of $150. When you get the mastermind, you get all that, plus 4 group coaching sessions led by me with folks who are earning around the same money as you. So you get around a group of people that is going to help you grow. Plus 2 one-on-one sessions with me, a value of $790. Value total $4,400 plus for those 3 payments of $400. But if you order in the next 6 days, we are also going to give you 1 free month of reader links. This is a valuable tool that kind of combines the KDP beta dashboard and the ad dashboard into one site. It allows you to create special links, track promos, and most importantly, on one page, compare your ad spend to your profit. We'll get you those first 30 days free, and we have a 50% off coupon for an annual subscription. So that value is included when you order any package in the next 6 days. It actually is. Multiple typos in that line, Brian. When you add reader links, it just ups the value across the board for those 3 options. If you want to keep your ad spending low while you accumulate better results, I've got a bonus for you. If you order today, right now, even if you're watching the replay, if you order in the next 30 minutes, we will give you the ultimate bootstrapping bonus class. If you're worried about spending too much with your ads too soon, this workshop goes into the slow and steady approach to spend a little bit now, but slowly but surely up your royalties and your ability to spend more. This is perfect for folks who are in that slight loss or $0 to $100 a month in profit. This class is for you to help get you up to speed. During that 2-hour recorded class, you will get the instruction you need to spend less and make more. So that is a $197 value that is yours free when you order today. If you're watching the replay, just take a screenshot of the replay page so we know that you bought within 30 minutes of watching this video. Now, when you add that bonus, value continues to go up, $1,300 value for $297 for the course, and upward from there. Now, you may be saying, Brian, I think I'm going to get the bundle, but you're really tempting me with that group coaching offer. Well, if you do decide to go all in with the top package, I'm going to help you plot out your career. Do a deep dive into everything you've done so far as an author. I'm going to give you an honest assessment, what I think would help you best achieve your goals in the next 6 to 12 months. You're going to get this evaluation in addition to an evaluation of a book sales page, your existing Amazon ad campaigns. So this $497 value is included when you order the mastermind option in the next 6 days. So when you add that career evaluation, it ends up being a $5,000 value for 3 payments of $400. So I have a money back guarantee. Best Page Forward comes with a lifetime guarantee, and my courses come with a 30-day money back guarantee. So at no risk to you, you can sign up today, and if in 30 days you decide it's not for you, you can ask for a full refund. To sum everything up, if you want to get more sales without beating your head against the wall, I hope that you find this a really good bundle deal. This exact combination of course and service would have saved me hundreds of hours of learning ads and copywriting. You're getting Amazon Ad School. You're getting the challenges. You're getting the email support and all of the bonuses. So right now, go to sellingforauthors.com/July 20. I'll post it again in here, or you can click the button below if you're watching the replay. So here's what you do. you scroll down and click Add to Cart under the package you'd like to purchase. Then you're going to enter your name and your email address on this page. Then you're going to enter your payment information and click the Complete Order button. If you get a book description, you will get a form here in the first day. You'll get it right away for you to fill out to send in your book description. But right away, you're going to get access to Amazon Ads School. And if you buy the bundle, you'll get the blurb in 1 month's time, as well as that wonderful ad copy. And if you buy the mastermind, we will schedule our first coaching calls very, very soon. And now it is time for the Q&A session, and that time where I let the cat out of the bag. I mean the room, of course, because the cat just couldn't wait any longer and had to get something from outside of this room. But she really enjoyed the webinar. I hope you did too. Now we're going to have a lot of wonderful time to answer questions. Pulling things up here. I just am going to check to see what wonderful folks we have joining up here. Shelly, welcome to Amazon Ad School, as well as you, Jennifer, and Karen, and Linda, and Sasser, and Lori, and Jesse, and Gina, and more. I won't bore you, but it's very exciting to see, and EJ, and Naomi, and Melissa. Very exciting to have you guys in Amazon Ad School. I am very, very excited to have you. So let's see if we have some questions. So if we're already in Amazon Ad School, do we have access to all of this? Yes, you do. Everyone, and this is a good point, everyone maintains access to all the new material for life, which is very fun. I always want to give you more over time. Can we add on to our basic course later on? Yes, you can, JR. There are opportunities to upgrade in the future, but we can't guarantee these prices. So it is possible that you will see an increase in prices when you upgrade. So Sarah that says the mastermind is tempting. It would not necessarily be for someone who's released one book so far. I think, Sarah, that we've had people in the mastermind who've had just one book. We've had people in the mastermind who have done who have had 20 books. It really is a matter of the hand-holding. Do you need extra attention with me? And if you don't need it now, you can absolutely consider getting it in the future. So the ad school for 0 to 100. So I believe, Renee, you are referring to the bootstrap bonus is for anyone who signs up today. So if you sign up today, you get that bootstrap bonus. So very exciting to have y'all here. Have you ever had a student who couldn't find any keywords that reliably enabled their ads to serve? Probably. I'm sure that some folks have not been able to find it, but if that has happened, they've found success from category or auto ads. So it's definitely a matter of keyword ads aren't always going to be exactly what you are, they aren't always exactly going to work as you hope they would, but you keep trying, you keep pushing, and you see where you get. So can I join Amazon Ad School now and start in September? Absolutely, Diane. You don't have to do everything right now. In fact, it takes extra time. This is going to take you time. So you want to spend, if you want to get the bonuses in this package, but not start until later, I would recommend purchasing now. Welcome to William, Martina, Sam, Gabriella, and Caro, who've just joined. Thank you so much. The mastermind and description bonus for one payment is $1,097 for one payment, or 3 payments of $400, Ganti. So I hope you find that helpful. The links to the slides, I will be sharing that in just a little bit, KJ. So don't worry. If you signed up at any point before this event, you get the bonus too. So don't worry. You get it as well, even if you ordered earlier in the week. Robert, if you've lost the link to Ad School, all you have to do is just email us at, we'll say brian@sellingforauthors.com. We'll totally get you hooked up. This happens sometimes. People forget where they put the link, et cetera, et cetera. All right. I've read a little bit about using ASINs in ad keywords. What would be the advantage of this? I haven't found much success with those personally, Andrew. Some have. I have found more success from the product targeted ads, the sponsored product targeted ads, but I wouldn't recommend those unless you are already scaling. So what should I price my 301 page YA spy book as? The minimum is $745. $9.99 is fine. Is totally fine for that pricing. So don't worry, that is totally good. And Quinn and company, if you have any questions that I'm not seeing that would be helpful to answer here about the challenge or the course or about ads that you think would be really beneficial to everyone, feel free to post those in the chat as a message to me, and I will make sure those go through. Just wanted to thank Lynn and Janice and Suzanne for joining Amazon Ad School. Really, really appreciate it. Got the Ad School. That's exciting, RJ. Hooray! Very cool. I almost put some weird punctuation there, but very, very exciting. Is it possible to point Amazon ads to a series page? No, not yet, but you can run certain promotions like BookBub ads or bargain Booksy series deals. So what Shelly is asking here, can you send people directly to the series page here? Why don't I jump back on the screen share here? All right. If you go to my series page, you can see, hey, it's a price of $19.96 for 4 items. And you can click buy now with one click. Theoretically, if you were to discount all of your books, you could get a really nice deal going for people buying your whole series at once. Now, this isn't always the right thing to do for every book, but this is a cool promotional method. And I think that if you want to try this, maybe once a quarter or once every half a year, it could be an interesting way to get people to buy your books in a different way. Thank you, everybody saying kind words. Thank you, Jude. Very exciting. Thank you for joining Amazon Ad School. Turnaround time for the sales description, Alex, is 1 month from the time that you submit your info. So if you send in your description, then your description information, when we send you that form, if you send it in, we promise we will be giving it to you within 1 month's time. Thank you, Joanna. We really appreciate you coming in. Eleanor, is this good for children's books and parenting? I assume parenting books. Is it good for parenting? I would not follow Amazon Ad School advice to scale up your parenting. That might be for another course. But is this good for children's books and parenting books? Yes. I have seen folks writing nonfiction have success, and there have been multiple authors in the course who have used the Amazon Ad School methods to get more profit off of children's books. Ooh, this is a great question, Ro. Recommended minimum number of published books. See, this is tough. I would say 1 to 3. Because if you have one book that is really, really successful, as some of the students in Amazon Ad School have, then you would just promote the heck out of that one book. But I would definitely recommend that if you're writing in a series it's unproven, it might be easier to have 3. It might be easier to have 3. Yes, I believe the ReaderLink subscription is 50% off just if you're a new subscriber. How do I cash in my book blurb and ad copies from the mid-level bundle? We will send you an email after your purchase, and if you for some reason didn't get it, just let us know. Because I did see, Eliza, you had purchased a couple days ago. Thank you. Let's get a few more questions in. So we're happy to email you the information. Should we have anything to do with dynamic bids after $500 per month sales? Maria, I honestly think there are better levers to pull first. What would I pull first before I mess around with Bid Plus? Once you're at $500 a month, you should be doing those 3rd generation ads. But if you are seeing that profit continue to rise, 500, 750, more, you can try some other ad types out. You can try the sponsored product targeted ads, where you, instead of choosing categories as you're targeting in the manual session, you will actually choose product targeting. And instead of choosing a category, you will go to individual products. And you can search by your ASIN numbers, or you can, let's just say, I want to look for paranormal romance. I can search and target those individually. The Dark Stranger, by the way, one of the most well-advertised books I've ever seen. Years and years of success IT Lucas has had using Amazon advertising. I messaged her just like, I'm so impressed by you. You're doing such amazing stuff. How do you do it? And it's just really just following the basics, following what I laid out here. So you can add those. Start with lower bids, scale those up. I would also consider, once you're probably closer to $1,000 profit a month. You might want to dabble with something like lock screen ads. I don't play much with the Bid Plus. I know some people use it and have had success with it. I don't think you even need to pull that lever quite yet. Let's see. Oh, this is exciting. Amy Lou has followed these steps and has gotten conversion rate up. That's fantastic. Way to go, Amy Lou. I love to see that. I really do love to see that. So thank you, AA Abbott, for the nice words. Ardith has joined. Welcome. Patrick is in. Thank you. Patricia just signed up for the bundle. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I'm so excited to work with y'all over the next few months. It's going to be so fun. Obviously, I'll work with you beyond that, but I just don't want you to think that I'm fly by night. I'm here for months and months to come. So let's see. Sarah, I saw you had a question. Should I wait until October to sign up for Ad School? I have book 1 release, book 2 releases in October. It's up to you, Sarah, but if you are allocating time to learn marketing during your existing schedule, maybe getting it now could help with that. Otherwise, wait. So if you are not currently if you're not currently running marketing research into your schedule each week, then don't worry about it and wait a little bit. Are there any success stories for people with PermaFree series starters? There absolutely are. We've had student Stacy Claflin has had a lot of success with the PermaFree series starter. She was doing it a little bit on her own before Ad School, but we pushed her to do more. Yes, but you do about half the bid. So you would start with about half of the bid. Claire asks, can you remind me what is in the Bootstrap Extra? This is a workshop where we go through how to use even lower bids and spend less money to earn a higher profit. So it's a pre-recorded workshop that we'll do as a Facebook watch party in order to have me answer questions. So we'll do that in the group, but you will also get it as part of the Amazon Ad School program. All right, Amy Lou. So I know you had said 8-to-1 wasn't quite profitable. So you're still having a loss. I would try lower bids. Try way lower bids. See if you can get ads to serve at 15 to 20 cents. That's what I would do, honestly. This is exciting. Ardith says, it's been a great help to create my first ads. Very excited to continue working with you. And can we give a little bit of props here to the folks who are answering the questions here in the chat? They have been here all day. They are doing fantastic work. They deserve some praise. Way to go, Quinn and Tracy and Scarlett and John. So awesome and exciting to have these wonderful people who will also be in Amazon Ad School in the Facebook group answering questions there. I'm just thanking Kelly, who has joined. Very exciting. Thank you, team. Thank you, mods. Very awesome. How often does info update on impressions and clicks? Patricia, if you are refreshing things, it'll update pretty regularly. Like, I don't know if we were paying attention to how much I had going before this, but I imagine this was probably down somewhere in the middle when we started the class, and now it's up to here. I imagine that that is likely to happen every time you refresh, but there's no need to refresh that often. After all, this is several hours behind at least. Several hours behind at least. This is why we need to be patient. This is why we need to wait a little bit. Should I use the same title for book 2 if book 1 is a true story that is a continuation from the first book? Probably the same series title, but a different book title. So that is what I would recommend. Getting ready to release a book, have limited time. I don't have a sense of what type of commitment. So this is a great time to jump into the ad school. Let's go peek in. So what is the time commitment? We're currently updating this challenge's videos in there, but the time commitment is what you make of it, because even though we are going to have some other challenges, if you look down here, we have our series success challenge here, and we have our ad scaling challenge in here. We are going to redo those challenges live, but you don't have to do them all on that day. You can spread it out. You don't have to do a certain thing on a certain day. And we have several shorter videos here. There's a lot of instructional stuff here in just these after challenge accelerator videos that hopefully will be really helpful for you. So it's up to you. A lot of people who come into ad school, it makes sense for them to redo the existing challenge, to redo the July challenge, or to do it with another set of homework. So let's see. We have a message here that John posted just a second ago from Sue. Oh, this is a good question, Quinn. So I did just want to post. You can get inside of Amazon Ad School here by going to sellingforauthors.com/July 20. So John said, need to change a book title. Can I keep my ads, but just change the book title in them? And can I take my reviews with the new title? So I know that you can take reviews with the new title. There is a process to that. And we can definitely go over it. I think Quinn is more of the expert on that. But when you change your book title, you can just start creating new ads on that title. So I don't know what the old ads will do when you change that title. I think they may continue to serve. Now, folks were asking who are in the, who have joined Amazon Ad School, because we are offering so much support already through the ad challenge. We have not yet set up the 30 days of email support, but I'll tell you what, you are going to end up getting more than 30 days email support, because you will be getting that starting probably towards the end of this week. Everyone who's in ad school will open you up to the 30 days of direct email support from me and the team. And then you will be able to email us your questions. But right now, you can just post them when you're in ad school, post them in the Facebook group for now. And when that support opens up, you're going to end up with 30 plus days of support. So let me just go back to showing the PowerPoint. And let me see what we got here. More questions. And in the meantime, I just wanted to welcome, we have Heather, welcome. Lita, welcome. Robinson, welcome. Belinda, welcome. Very excited to have you. Tyra and Patricia and Gio and Janet. Very excited to have you in this latest run of Amazon Ad School. So if I'm not profiting, will I be able to get additional advice on what to change? Absolutely, Kelly. Absolutely. Amazon Ad School is a group where you know how there's some groups on the internet that are like, don't post your link, it's spam. Amazon Ad School is not that kind of group. We will look at your book page. We will tell you if it does not seem to be working. We will tell you what we think needs to change. Early on, Quinn, who's now one of the big success stories of Amazon Ad School, early on, Quinn changed a couple of their subtitles and then saw a big major change in conversion rate as a result. So saw a big change in conversion rate as a result of those efforts. So very exciting to be able to share that info and to help you. Eliza says, I'm so excited. I wish I could add that screaming gif. Ah! Will the walkthrough orient us so you know where to start? Yes, Jessica. I will say the walkthrough was from May, so there might be a couple of tiny differences, but I will be updating that very, very soon. Let's see. Just signed up for Ad School. Awesome, Lachelle. Very excited to have you in there. See you later. Though this is exciting, right? This is why I love doing this. This is why I love getting to teach this and totally reinvent the teaching every single dang quarter, because we just got a new feature today on Amazon Ads. Today we got a feature. So Amazon just added Kindle Unlimited tracking to the Amazon Ad dashboard. Now I already see there's some red flags to me going up about this. And not everybody has it. There's beta, they're rolling it out. So it's beta access. In my humble opinion, that data is not something we can trust right away. But it does give us a lot. And because you will get access to every future challenge, every future video, every future everything when you join Ad School, you're going to get my personal thoughts and our team's efforts on what those changes that just happen all of a sudden, what those mean. And Quinn says, I already don't like it. I already don't like it. The KENP data doesn't look any more valid than sales tracking, lol. So keep that in mind. But as I think Sally Miller pointed out in the Ad School group today, there are some nice benefits to seeing which keywords get KU pages. And that is going to be really, really valuable going forward. But if you want to be up to speed with all those changes that come through, join Amazon Ad School today at sellingforauthors.com/July 20. Amy Lou is right. Yes, Amazon knew we had a challenge going, so of course they had to change things. Patricia's is accurate so far. That's very exciting. Katie, will Amazon Ad School work for one book, nonfiction? It can, but it depends on how much profit you earn off that book and if you have any back end. What do I mean by back end? Nonfiction authors. If you sell something else on the end of your book, then you will likely make more money. If you sell a course or a service or coaching off the back of your book, you are likely to make more money. Tara said, I just added to my dashboard. I think it's not accurate right now. Eleanor just signed up starting at square one. Well, we are happy to have you at square one. Hooray! Likely to have you, or very happy to have you in the ad school. It is going to be so much fun to work together. AF put the subtitle as a series title. Is that wrong? No, but I think it wastes an opportunity if you can use a keyword phrase in both. I think it doubles your chances of success. And it got answered right when I was going to post it to the whole group. So that's okay. All right. So, Paul, I have an ad that's going up in spend after redoing the book description and back matter. Been up to $87 budget since the last challenge. Has now spent $100 asking for $215. So, Paul, you don't always have to listen to Amazon. So I'm putting that in here. It's very important. When you get a notification that says, y'all, you should up your budget. Well, it's not necessarily a great idea. Just because Amazon said you should up your budget, it doesn't mean it's a great idea. Because you might overextend the ad just a hair by getting that budget too high, too fast. We want to make it slow and steady. So if Amazon says, go up from 100 to 215, I personally would not do it. The slides. Thank you for the reminder, RG and Caroline. So to get the slides, go to Selling for Authors. Here is a link to the slides. sellingforauthors.com/July 20 slides. And I'm just checking that link. While I check that link, I am going to turn off my air conditioner. Oh, it doesn't look like it's working as I had hoped. It worked before the webinar, so let me try that one more time, you guys. It worked before the webinar, and then it didn't work after. So let me try that again. sellingforauthors.com/July 20 slides. Oh, it got angry. So let me get you guys the direct link. Sorry about that. But hey, we can roll with the technical difficulties. Wow, the room feels really quiet after I turned off my air conditioner. It feels like I was just in front of a crowd and then everybody left, but I still have to answer questions. That's what it feels like, and it's super weird. So I don't know why that went down, but I am going to try it. And maybe Amazon went down. I don't even know. It's very possible that Amazon went down, but I am going to try this link directly, and we will see if I can get that to work. So sorry about that, y'all. See, it's working now. And if I try this one more time, will this work? This is the weirdest thing. Yep. Anyway, here is the updated link to the slides, and we will get that fixed on the replay so that goes exactly as planned. Apologies, y'all. Libby says, You impressed me so much with your plain speak and knowledge. I had to join. That is amazing, Libby. Thank you so much. And I agree. Thank you to the team. This stuff is complicated, and it's easy to talk about something complicated in a complicated way. It's very important to me that, like, if I say something and nobody understands it, that's on me. It's not on the platform being difficult. So I'm glad you found it helpful. Charlene, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee on Amazon Ad School, so don't hover over complete order. You can do it. Jeffrey, yes, video 5 came out today. It is out. You can check that out. The links to that are in the group. Should that be July 21 slides? Maybe. Let me try that. Because I think I put in July 20 slides. That would be really funny. I would be so impressed, Lee. But let's see. Oh, you're asking if it's July 21 slides. It's July 2020. So anyway, the link is now up. It disappeared on Donna and Cindy. I'm posting it again for y'all. It's a gobbledygook kind of link from Amazon S3. So very excited to be working with so many new faces in Amazon Ad School today. It is going to be a blast. Give a shout out to Brittany. She logged in as Tracy, so all the hard work Tracy's been doing is actually Brittany. Well, that's fun. So I don't know why that happened, but that's really funny. So put the slide URL on answers. Yep, I just posted that. So anyone who has any questions that has not, I'm going to post this directly to you, Ardith, or you, it worked for you, Ardith, but let's get you, Kristen, and don't worry, we'll post the slides. Here it is for everybody. Don't worry. We'll give it to you. Charlene just joined. Welcome, Charlene. We are going to help you work your booty off. Booty is the butt term here in the Cohen household for the 3-year-old. So awesome, very exciting. It's so important to me that when you put in this effort, when you put this in, oh, you're right, y'all. The slides are only staying up for like 2 seconds. This feels like an Amazon problem because it's running off of Amazon S3. So I promise you, I will get you the slides if they don't stay up. But I'm noticing that too. So just before it goes away, download it straight to your computer. That is so weird. That is so strange. I did try to set it public, but it is possible that I did not. So look at that. Vicky fixed it. Thank you, Vicky. I thought I made it public, and it's actually in a public folder, which is supposed to protect me. So sorry about that, y'all. Now that July 20 slides link should work. So Eliza has data inner KENP column, but it's off, which is what I would expect, Eliza, which is definitely what I would expect. So I've got more time. If you still have questions, post them now or forever hold your peace. Here is, that's actually not what I meant to say, but it does link to the slides. I wanted to give you the opportunity again, joining Amazon Ad School, sellingforauthors.com/July 20. Let me just show you how you do this. If you are on the sales page, you can scroll past my face You can look at these great testimonials from folks like Mary Lee, Jackie, and Beth. This shows everything you get. And then you will choose what you want to pick. You will enroll here. You click add course or add bundle. You'll notice this is timed to when the end of July 27th. And it's set to 3 payments, but you could choose 1 payment if you want. It's set to 3 payments, but you could absolutely do the 1 payment option if that makes sense. So then you put in your info, you put in your credit card info, and you can click the complete order button. And that will take you into Amazon Ad School. You will get the email with the link to Amazon Ad School. Teachable is a little finicky, so sometimes you have to email us and we'll give you the link. But either way, you're going to get in, and then you will see all of the other videos that were not a part of the 5-day challenge, and you can take a look. Yes, there's homework. Homework throughout this process to help you get exactly what you need. So to help make sure you take the action you need to take. Let's see. Stefan, what are the best ways to adapt the strategies taught to books that are in the pre-order phase? Stefan, it's really about, you're going to run ads in the pre-order and try to wake those up during the pre-order process, and then start new ads right when the book launches. We recently did this with an author who really has had a lot of success in the past, but wanted to try to use Amazon ads to their full extent. And we did this exact process with her, and she had a lot of success, top 25 in the Kindle store. So really, really big to be able to ramp those ads up during the pre-order period so they are at full blast by the time the book goes live. Let's see. Eliza just hit her word count this morning, headed to go work on ads. Have so much fun. And I love it when you can build it into your, I love it when you can build it into your schedule. So AF asked, is the 30 minutes from the time you showed the slide? Saying 30 minutes. We'll give you until the end of the webinar. So if you're still here in the replay or the live, and you just ordered Ad School, we will give you the Bootstrap bonus. Can you show how to go into an ad and export the terms? Jennifer, thank you for reminding me, because I absolutely was going to do that in the earlier screen share and then did not. So let's say I am in one of my keyword ads. And this one has died. Let's say this one has died. Actually, this one has really picked up lately. Let's say this one has died. It's not working. I did the up the budget. It didn't work. I waited a week. I did the up the end date. I did it. I waited a week. It didn't work. So what do I do next? I restart the ad. How do I restart the ad? Well, you're inside your ad here, and you go to your targeting page. And you are going to want to go to the button for export. You're going to look for the button export, and export will export all of your keywords, but it will also have your stats as well. So when you need to reset an ad and not use the copy feature and create it from scratch, you could just export your keywords, and then when you create a new ad, you would then add those keywords to it. So I hope that was helpful. Katie, you should not reuse keywords. You should be mindful of it. I wouldn't freak out if you did have some in common. Amazon has had a little bit of pushback on this of late. So we are going to try to keep as many duplicates as we can out of our ads. But if one or two slips in, it's okay. Good idea to start an ad campaign for a second standalone book, even before I've got the first campaign profitable. Well, if it's a standalone book in the series, Amy Lou, and I know you write some nonfiction, yes, you could try it. Just keep your bids low. Jessica, yes, I will email a link to the slides. Quinn, can you remind me in Facebook chat to make sure there's a link to the slides in there? Thank you. Ro, just signed up for ad school. Awesome. Welcome, Ro. Thank you for joining. I'm glad you found it motivating. Very happy to have you. I just want all of y'all to succeed. That's what I want. I want to see you in 3 to 6 months just saying, wow, I was not nearly pulling in the potential I could with my books, and then Amazon Ad School and all the support inside of Ad School, that did it. That got me there. And I don't say that to hope to be able to put a feather in my cap. I hope to be able to provide as much value as possible to you and every other member of the author community. It's important to me. It's why I stay up late sometimes answering questions. It's why I don't do a great job taking days off. It's because I want to help you as much as possible. Jesse, don't worry about the screenshot if you purchase during this webinar, because we will see that. If you are on the replay and you already bought, if you bought during the replay, take a screenshot. Where do I get the slides? I think we got them working now. And that is at, let me just check to see. I think they should work now. It still didn't work for me. Harumph, I say. It's having a bit of a rough day. But let me see if this can work and stay up, Tyra, because I did make it public in S3. Well, I clicked it, make public. It said it was a success. So hopefully, Tyra, this will get you what you need. Thank you, Ruth. Patricia, we will have the slides for the course students. And I believe you are a course student. I could be wrong about that. So those will be in Amazon Ad School. KJ still getting the time out, but this link seems to be working. Let's try this one, see if it works. If not, like I said, I promise I will send it back over. Patrick, if you're in the school, then yes, if you're in the school, a review can help, especially if you plan on doing more than one book or series. Now, Amazon Ad School has the challenge and is getting the blog posts and the videos updated in there. So once those are all in there, you can just read the posts if you don't feel the need to have to go back over the full video. When you say right when the book launches for the pre-order strategy, after it goes live, I would say, after it goes live. So I believe this should be the link. So if it's not the link, I'm sorry, we're trying our best, but it did stay up for me. Adding your book to categories in the international stores make your royalties needle move noticeably. I have not seen a huge boost, but I know that some other authors in ad school who write better genre fiction than me have. So yes, it can work. And that was a tip that we go over more in the course in the International Ad Challenge, which is a challenge from a previous launch that we still have in there. Oh, and Jennifer saw the export tab. Great. Yes, Jessica, you can archive the old ad. Libby, I promise I will get you the slides. Sorry, that's not working. AK, the bootstrap bonus is for folks who have purchased. This is a bonus to, it's essentially a workshop where we'll be going over how to get lower bids, especially if you're just starting from the beginning here, how to get lower bids to work for your ads. JR, I have some ads started before the challenge that didn't get any clicks. They did have impressions. Are they worth keeping? Yes. And you could absolutely use the wake up those ads tactic in order to see if that has better results. So sorry about that slides faux pas there. KJ still running into trouble here. Let's try this link, see if that works. The slides are 98 pages. That is correct. Caroline got the link to work. Very exciting. Link for video 5, Jeffrey. I'll get you that right here. To video 5. Yeah, sometimes those videos did not go quite as planned. They did not go to everybody every single time. So video 5, get this copied over, and I will send that to you there, Jeffrey. Here is the link, and I will send that to everybody. Great. The URL had a .con. Ah, son of a gun. That must have been what it was. That's what happens when you go too fast. Luke, so this add your book to additional categories. This is a tip that I covered during some of the pre-challenge material. You can actually add your book to multiple categories, and it can be throughout. It can be in the international stores or in the US store. Do the Amazon algorithms ever blackball a book that has never sold well? Jessica, sometimes just a few little tweaks to the metadata can get that to work again. Isabel, I want to put my high cost book on sale. What program can I use it to put it on sale? Then ask Amazon to match prices. Isabel, I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to there. If you are trying to get Amazon to price match, then I suppose you could use Barnes & Noble or Draft Digital or Kobo in order to make that happen. All right, y'all, I'm to the bottom. Does anyone have any other questions? I am happy to answer them here. But this has been a lot of fun, you guys. I really and truly just appreciate you putting in the time. You did not have to do all of the work. You did not have to just put in all of that effort, but you did. You went all in on this, so many of you, and it was just a blast to be able to work with y'all. So thank you to Jeffrey, to Donna, to everyone who is here. Thank you, AF. Jessica, yes, I recommend all books have a subtitle with the genre and the trope. because it should theoretically improve conversion rate. Thank you, Liv. Thank you to everyone, to Brittany and to Scarlett and to Quinn and to John. This has been a wonderful blast to be able to talk with all of you. Thank you, Jennifer and Amy Lou. Here's what's going on. The challenge is available through the end of the day on July 27th. So, what's going to happen on that day? At the end of the day on July 27th, I am going to go into edit group settings and I am going to turn off posting. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to redirect. You see how we've got all these links in the announcements to video 3, video 4, video 5. Eventually we will see. My computer's running a little slow here, but eventually you'll see that I am going to redirect all of these links back to the Amazon Ad Profit Challenge. Then I am going to go through and I'm going to take down all the Q&A sessions and move those into the Amazon Ad School course. And then that will be it. This will be that will be it until October. We will be closed down until then. But if instead you decide you want to keep access to all these materials, you will go to sellingforauthors.com/July 20. And you will decide which bundle you want to pick up. Do you want to pick up the Ad School on its own? Do you want to get it with a book description, or do you want to also pick up the coaching as well? So if you want to maintain access to that, and you will include access to this very webinar, you will get that when you join Amazon Ad School today. So now start. Ardith, I really like that. Thank you, Isabel and Caroline and PJ and Luke. This has been a blast. I am going to head off here. Thanks again for your time. Thanks again for all of your effort here. I am excited. I am excited to have this opportunity to be able to teach you. This is the thing I love doing the most. This is the thing I really just have fun sharing. And if you are interested in continuing to work with me, I can promise you that myself and the team is going to work really hard to make sure you get your particular problem solved. We have had folks who have been totally at zero go up from there. We have had folks at -200 go up from there back to zero and then move up from there. We are here to do that. We are here to help. We are here to facilitate. And I appreciate every one of you who has jumped into the course today and every one of you who has worked so hard in this challenge. So I am just going to see if there's any last questions, comments, or concerns. But it looks like everybody is heading off. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care, everybody. And I hope to see you in the challenge group between now and July 27th and Amazon Ad School before then. sellingforauthors.com/July 20. Take care, y'all. Have a good week of running more ads.